You should say you're live on TikTok as well.
You guys are live on both.
It's live on TikTok, okay, right?
Yeah, you're live
Yes,
on both. Yeah.
live on both. Instagram and TikTok.
Does that TikTok? I don't like saying TikTok. Like it always,
That's what else
Well,
you
that's
say?
just called the top.
The
The
top.
top.
Is that what they call it? Is that what the kids are doing, Matt?
Yeah.
On top.
On top.
On the top.
okay, hey guys. So we're totally live. We're live on Instagram, but we're also live on TikTok. Oh, that's so rude.
I'm literally.
I know. Sorry guys, we're gonna figure out this little technical
I think
difficulty.
let's get in.
Turn off the ring light.
Weird.
Turn off the ring light.
It's because of TikTok.
Yeah. This feels like an opportunity for me to go get my iPad.
Okay, go get your iPad. And okay, so we're back. And
Oh, this is a different one.
okay, so we're back. Hey guys. So today is going to be a really good episode, and the reason why I know it is because when I gave you guys the topic, you sent in more comments than I have received like in the last 2 years. And so the conversation today is about getting out of the rut. When you are just feeling like you're in a rut and you just don't know how to get out of it, and whether it's weather related, weight related, location related, or what. A lot of us apparently are in this rut, and you were surprised to hear how much Sarah and I feel that we are in the rut as well. So what I want to point out is one of the big things that I would say is very different on my Instagram versus I think probably what anyone else's Instagram would look like, or what a magazine would assume is the reason for a rut is, I'm sorry, lights are off again, I'm going to keep talking. But we got to fix it. So the idea is that none of you guys sent me notes saying that you are in a rut because you don't like what you have on.
Right.
And you all actually feel like you look good in what you own. So the rut is not so much about whether or not you look good in the clothing, whether or not you have clothing that like is appropriate for certain events, but it was very much about the feeling that your outfits are giving you. So today we are going to talk about that and a lot of fixes for it. And we're also going to talk about the fact that summer just went live
Today.
So Lee's summer is amazing. You guys are going to love it. And so we'll talk about the feeling thing a little bit more first. You had some great thoughts on it this morning.
Yeah. So.
Power up.
Yeah. So honestly, Amy asked me this morning how I get out of a style rut, and I was like, to be really honest, I literally go through my closet and just take as much as I can out, looking for like the hidden gems, the things I forgot that I own, the purchases from the real that you now regret and want to return, but it's too late. You know what I'm talking about, and right,
Totally.
and I was saying that like, because I keep all of my shoes in dust bags, I can never really see what shoe it is. So I just kind
That's
of
why
guess.
I'm a big fan of a messy closet, to be honest.
We'll do an office tour of your later. And so I personally just feel like when I'm in a rut, it has so much more to do with like other things going on in my life, whether that be personal, professional. Because as creative pragmatists, like it's never really just about the clothes, and I think as complex people, it's never really just about the clothes. And we're all using clothing and fashion to really present the narrative that we want out there for ourselves, whether that's what we actually are or what we want to be and who we want to be. So for me, I personally, like I said, I take out stuff from my closet and I literally will try on something I haven't worn in 5 different ways. Mm-hmm. Like, how can I tie it? How can I wear it? Can I do something to make it longer? Can I make it shorter? And it takes time. It's definitely not like, oh, you're gonna completely master it.
Yeah.
Like even just like an hour ago, I was trying on a skirt from summer, and I spent a good 45 minutes trying to figure out how I could make the sample, which is not my size, fit me and look good. And it didn't happen for me, but I definitely feel that organizing my closet and organizing my wardrobe really also kind of de-stresses me because at least that's some chaos that I can control.
Yeah, and actually, like, I go through this, like, super peak stress once I get started, and then I start to de-stress. And I think that the de-stress really comes around when you figure out what it is that you're wanting to feel like, and not so much about what you're wanting to look like. And so a lot of you guys wrote to me, and so what we did is, I'm going to show how.
It's a good word.
Yeah, we started this actually when I had only gotten in like a quarter of the responses that you guys had given. So I've got tons more on the iPad here. But what we did is we really grouped things by the different themes that we were seeing. So a lot of you guys were saying that you want to feel more in control and a little bit stronger, modern, and cool, right? So it seems like a big ask, but it's not. Like, as CPers, we should know how to deal with this. So what we're going to talk about today as we go through the different outfits is talk about little hacks that are really easy to do that can all of a sudden take you from a feeling where you've got an outfit that is just not giving you what you wanted, and then all of a sudden you're there. I'm going to start with what I'm wearing here. So this is something where it's just in the world of one ton or none, right? This is your one. And so this is something that, let me see if I can do this on camera without it being crazy. But this is where I started out with this. It was a little V-neck sweater here, right? I didn't have jewelry on, a little V-neck sweater. And to be honest, like, it's green, and I am wearing all the brown and the socks, but the green just feels a little preppy.
With the V-neck, for sure.
With the V-neck. But, so in your closet, when you're like, okay, if I'm feeling not modern enough, because if I say I'm feeling a little too preppy, that means I'm leaning too classic, and I don't feel like I could come up with the big idea. You know, like when you get to the office, you want to think of yourself as creative, right? So all of a sudden, when I just turn this around, this feels so much more interesting to me. And then I think it's just about playing with jewelry that you haven't pulled out in a while.
I know, I literally have never seen those.
Right.
Well, I haven't seen you wearing them.
We've been together like a year, and so like it seems like, or 6 months, give or take. I think that though, you know, if you guys really, when we talk about the pyramid of woofs, in and outs, and have to haves, these jewelries, these jewelries. Who's my English teacher? But they are all things that you would describe as have to haves, right? Like these were the Celine earrings when they came out. This was that double Reposy that I dyed over when it came out. And the thing is they were big investment pieces. And I got tired of them. Like a year ago, I was like, I can't, you know, the Reposy had been so knocked off, these Celines, like, but it didn't real though. Because I knew I would have gotten 10 cents on the dollar.
Exactly.
And you put them aside because what you have to remember is when something's a have to have, it spoke to you emotionally when you bought it, and it'll speak to you again.
And totally, and I think it really represents a specific moment in time. Like, you gravitated towards these earrings because they made you feel emotional and reminded you why you really love style, what you do, what you do. So even if, you know, a year after you got them, you know, you wanted to really put them away, now when you're looking to liven up, you want to revisit those old things. And I'm sure you're reminded, like, of that runway show, how you felt.
Yeah, so don't forget that, like, the jewelry in your box is going to be one way to lift an outfit up right away. Because I know what you guys are finding is you're getting really good clothing in your wardrobe and you're really understanding your style. So now this is about what are those like little tweaks, add-ons, and twists that you can do in order to make everything feel fresh again. Now I do want to bring out, is Sasha over there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring these out as like little ads because Summer did go live today. So I did want to show you guys one of the summer items that just went live. And Sasha is wearing the railroad denim in the Stella pant. And it's not as heavy as denim, right? Like, it's kind of like a weird name to have called it that. But it gives a look of denim. And then she's just wearing this with this black t-shirt that we did, and of course the belt, and then the little Rudolph flats that are coming back in. They'll be here by mid-May. But this is super chic. This is how we dress in the summer when we already created pregnancies. This is how we go to work.
I mean,
This is how we go. We just go,
everywhere.
oh, the
We just
places
go.
you'll go. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, Sasha. So I'm gonna try on another outfit.
Okay.
And you can talk about that. Sure. This whole number that you got going on.
So, like I mentioned before, I was trying to figure out how to work in. Oh, I have it over here. Chaos. How to work in this skirt, which just launched today. It is the navy macrame skirt, and I absolutely love it. And I tried it on with a few different things. However, this is definitely not my size. It's small, it's a sample, and I typically wear an extra small, so it would be about 5 inches shorter. But, you know, I really would wear it with kind of like the suede camp shirt that I'm wearing. In terms of what to wear underneath, you know, we tried on bike shorts, bathing suit bottoms, a slip skirt. You can literally, you know, cut a long slip dress. I had one of the fundamentals dresses on, slip dresses in black, and I literally just shortened it by rolling it, and that worked. But today I was feeling a little bit more chill, and like I wanted just some fresh, easy vibes for the office. So I'm wearing the spring summer suede camp shirt in navy. We've showed this before. I've worn it in the other blue color. What I really love about this is that when you roll the sleeve, there is the leather underneath. And I'm wearing it styled with my navy blue fundamental Stella pants, which I wear all the time. They have, you know, swept the New York City subways and like downtown Miami, but I get them dry cleaned. But literally, you know, instead of getting them tailored because I really do want to wear them at multiple lengths, I simply just like rolled the back, like as if you were rolling a pair of, I don't know, like Sophie shorts from middle school. And because this shirt is a little bit loose, it just literally covers it up. The belt I'm literally wearing just for show, just a nice accessory, which, yes, it is a functional piece, but in this case, the purpose that it's serving is something more creative. And I'm wearing them with our new Barons that just launched today. Barons.
So you talked about how this absolutely work pant just became so freaking
Well, now
chill.
you just, I said I wanted chill, but
Yeah.
you just.
Yeah, it's getting, so, you know, when you think about what's in your closet, it's not about building outfits, it's about building ideas of how you want to feel. So, you know, just because you have this pant that's navy blue and it's in tropical wool, doesn't mean that it has to occupy the category of like strong office pant. Just think about it in a totally different way, and that will get you to where, you know,
Oh my
you'll
God.
feel brand new.
I mean, I've worn this pant out with my friends with a bodysuit, and it's, I would rather wear that any day than like whatever is going on the internet with the corsets.
Totally.
And
Well, and so here, Sarah, come out, because
Oh, yeah.
this is Sarah number 2. And this is Sarah, our intern. She was here last year too. You did that whole intern thing. That was great. So what we want to show you is using the Stella pant. A lot of you guys, like, we know that you got the Stella in the closet, right? And so you're constantly looking for ways to make that feel new and fresh. I get it. I am too, for sure. So you are in college.
Yes, I am. I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. And so this would be something that you want to wear to school.
Yeah.
But when you came in, we talked about the fact that when they're rolled up, like, it's nice,
Yeah.
but it's
I
a
feel
little
too
expected,
preppy.
right?
Yeah.
And especially if you're going to be doing this,
Yeah.
this roll and this roll is,
It feels like too much. I don't feel like myself. I'm sort of like, I can't stand showy.
and then, but if we take you down here, and you still want to wear the loafer because like it's navy blue and it's suede, so like who wouldn't want to wear it? But now you're just too heavy.
No, I look like a mailman. Like, it doesn't, yeah.
A very chic
A
mailman.
very chic mailman.
But, so I'm going to show you guys a brand new, never been seen before hack. When I showed it to you this morning, you were like, holy shit.
I was very excited.
Game changer. It's a game changer. Okay, take a pair of tube socks or any kind of leggings that you have in your closet, okay? And look, you guys, see? You're gonna go like that. You're gonna cut, cut, cut. You cannot fuck that up, okay? Like even I can't screw this up. Tracy never lets me near scissors, and even I can't screw this up. So what we're gonna do is, you're going to put on, sorry, I don't want to knock you down. So we're going to put on the tube sock, all right? Okay, so we have the tube sock on underneath the pants, and then you're just going to bring the pants over the tube sock, and then we are going to tuck in the bottom of the pants into the tube sock. And so now you've created this whole new look here.
Yeah, and it sort of reminds
you
me.
guys-
Yeah,
Are we like, okay, I hope there's like parking.
this is like
It's so good.
Yeah, it feels like you're wearing a Brancusi, but it's like lighter and yeah.
It's so
this is
good.
great, yeah. And
You guys, so do not hem your Stellas unless you are wearing like a 4 and you're this tall, okay? Like, don't hem that because now this is like your new thing. Whenever you go out in your Stellas, all you have to do is grab some janky pair of tube socks, cut them off, and now they are like the perfect pant holder. This is, how did I not think of this before? It's so good, right? If you guys can see, like there's people on the sidelines here just in awe of. Yay! Yay! Okay, so can you? Oh, do you mind seeing Toretta's ready? Oh, she's right there. Okay. All right, guys. So next, I'm going to bring out Toretta, and Toretta looked so beautiful when I came in today. And hey, and so Toretta, I asked you. I was like, "This is gorgeous," and I asked you why you were wearing it and what you were feeling when you got dressed.
Yes, and I was inspired by the winter capsule top that we did in the triacetate. I've actually only worn this top a few times, and I just think it's really elegant.
So this is from like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And so you were yesterday watching Sasha come out during the appointment in the one.
Yeah.
And so
It's just like a really elegant top, and I was like, how can I incorporate something that I have already? Because I'm not able to order this, so what can I do? And, you know, this top, like, it just, you know, it rang a bell to just, you know, try it out and feel elegant and beautiful in it.
And when you saw Sasha in it, did that kind of make you think that like elegant was a new feeling that you wanted to have, or was that something that you've been kind of thinking that you wanted more of?
Airy, airy, elegant. I do love showing shoulders, so I was like, oh, look how it just complements the body. And yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, guys, one thing to think about too, like you're using the word elegant and beautiful in shoulders, but also I think it's really exciting too when you feel like you can really tap into something that's coming out soon and pushed and forward. But you've got things in your closet right now to do it right, to do it immediately.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, guys, you don't have to go out and buy the newest thing. Like, I love this. We just made this, but like, if you own this, I would tell you don't buy this for next year. Like, you're covered. You've got that area covered. And I bet what a lot of you guys do as well is you're buying some things in repetition in your closet. And so if you've got this, and if it makes you feel, elevated, elegant, if it makes you know that you can be at work in it, and that you can also change it up and go out to dinner, then that checkbox is covered. So you don't need to go out and buy this top like in red next season or something. Like, you're covered there. So sometimes really think about what feelings and styles are you covered in, and don't go out and buy them again and again. Like, push for something different.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks, Greta. All right. So that was a sneak peek for something that is coming in the winter time. Now, what I wanted to show you guys in terms of like just easy hacks is I am wearing the new cotton poplin skirt from summer, and so this just went live today. The way that this is different than the ones that we've done in the seasons past, if you have any of the ones from last year, is this one is cut more on the straight. You know that we have been really feeling for things that have a little bit of a longer, leaner feel to them. And so that even translated to summertime. So the A-line was, you know, it still feels good to me, but something felt very chic about doing the straight look. However, I'm in New York, it's still cold out, I've got my socks on and my sandals, but what I wanted to show you is the hack here to create a totally different feeling with what you already have in your closet is when I'm putting on this cotton poplin, like, you know I always like to feel chill and easy, right? But I don't want to feel like I'm on vacation. I do need to feel like I am at my desk working. So what I've done here as my hack is I'm wearing our sweater that I would take on vacation and wear with this skirt, and I'd wear it with the sandal, but I'm wearing it with the shoulder pad top here. And so just having this shoulder pad t-shirt, this is when you don't need to think of it as just like a standalone t-shirt. It also becomes this really functional piece for giving a sweater a lot more strength. So go through your closet and look at the knitwear that you have, or even the tops that are really soft and easy. But if you have written to us that you are wanting to look strong and confident, but also comfortable, or that you want to feel like you're being really smart with your resources, or that you have a very organized and clean look, then doing something as simple as layering a soft top over one of your shoulder pad tees, whether it's this one or the other one that we have in fundamentals, that is going to give you like that strength that you're craving, and it's going to change up your whole entire look for going with something new. Now, another thing in the vein of like, why don't you try this, is mixing in something bright. So I'm going to bring out Sasha because she's wearing one of the new summer items here. So this is the off-the-shoulder brown dress, and then you're mixing it with the yellow bay rings, which is so chic, a really good pop. So what you need to think about here is having, thinking of your closet as like really having these tools in there that you're going to use, right? So they're not like all outfits in your closet. You've got the tools that help you build your little wardrobe house. A bright colored shoe like this, whether it's a Bayron or any other kind of bright colored shoe, that is an excellent tool to use every time to just lighten the mood in the room, give like a little bit of irony and quirkiness. And of course you would be so chic with a brown sandal, and you're going to wear it that way, but knowing that you also have the option to like give it just a lot of whimsy with that yellow shoe is a great way to get a lot more mileage out of your outfits. And then you're wearing the Bayron and the, thank you. Then you're wearing the Bayron and the brown. And so, and Sarah's wearing the new pleated skirt.
Right, which is midi length.
Which is
I
midi
just
length
want to
for-
clarify. This
Yes.
skirt is midi length, but if you are, I'm going to say like 5'2" and under,
Yeah.
it's a maxi length, but I'm not mad at that at all.
No, we're really in the
Like
mood
we're really
for-
in, I'm
yeah.
really in the mood for a maxi skirt that doesn't feel so conservative.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I don't know where I am if I'm wearing a lot of like long and long. But I feel like this is really casual, but still says like spring, summer. I feel really fresh. And again, I'm just wearing the belt to show a bit of an accessory, just to kind of like add some element. And then I know I'm normally a big earring wearer, but I'm wearing this necklace today that I just bought recently, and I really do feel like it goes with everything from what I'm wearing to, you know, a crew neck sweatshirt to planes and to meetings and to going out with friends. Like,
Yeah, and I think what, you know, when I look at the board, there were so many comments about people who wanted to feel interesting, but totally appropriate. And I think this is like one of those like straight up things where, don't feel like, okay, just because I've got a lot of navies in my closet, that I must be like a conservative, more
Totally.
business-minded person. Like you can really take all that navy and just give it the good strange necklace. Give it the belt that didn't even need to be there.
Exactly.
Like we're a huge fan of putting belts on when you don't need them and taking them off when someone would probably insist that you do need them.
Totally, which is why I was rolling those pants before.
Yeah.
And I'm not typically like a pleated skirt kind of person, but I think because I've styled it with a more, I'd say like a kind of masculine camp shirt, it kind of, makes it less like feminine, less prissy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like when we designed the pleated skirt, it was really to not be two things. We did not want it to be prissy, and we didn't want it to be like pleated that way,
Right.
because we are really liking things
Long
that
and lean.
long and lean. And so this still gives a very fluid look, whether you're wearing it full length or if I'm wearing it and it's going to be like
Totally.
a little midi length. So
Yeah.
So when you're craving how, all these people, I want to feel unique, but I don't want to feel odd. I want to feel like you say here, you don't want to feel like what you're wearing is setting you apart from everyone else, but you kind of, you do want to be set apart because you're
Totally.
craving to be interesting and stand out in that way.
But you're still
This is how you do
appropriate
it.
for whatever setting you're
Yeah,
in.
this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks. So I'm going to show this one too. This is an amazing little hack too for when you're talking about feeling interesting and appropriate. I'm going to actually post Tina Fey, who is my like idol of all idols. She was actually on, what was the show that she was on? Miller guys? Seth Meyers. She was on Seth Meyers last night, and she was wearing the elbow cutout sleeve jacket. And when she came out, he was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool!" And she was like, "Yeah, my mom is gonna hate it." And they had this whole thing about it. And he was like, he said, "I was just thinking how that is like fashion with a capital F, but like not the kind of fashion that slaps you and just screams out loud when you walk in the room." So that is really what we love about fashion, is when you find like those little interesting tweaks and everything that you know about, maybe someone else discovers it later, but they make you feel really special and interesting. So what I'm going to show you with this jacket is, this is a jacket that has the cutout, and the cutout is asymmetrical here. And one of the ways that I love wearing it the most is when you just put it through just one side of the jacket, and then I'm going to just take the belt here and make it really, really tight. And we're just going to, I never really can do this when it's not on my body. But, so we brought the belt through on just one side here. So even though you've got the cutout here, we've left that open. And then we've got it through right here. So this is super interesting, right? Play with your clothes. Another way to wear the cutout here is to do the belt through on both sides, but just because it has the buttons where they are doesn't mean that you have to button it that way. So another thing here is to just cross it over in the front, and then, and again, if this were on my own body, I would have this much tighter, but you can see too, just crossing it over and knotting it is perfect. So remember, you bought these clothes, you own them, you can wear them however you want. If you want to pull it over really tight, if you want to secure it with a safety pin, if you want to do the belt just through one side, it's totally up to you. So when you learn these tools, use them. Okay, thanks. Do we have Elaine out here? Yay! Here comes the president. Dun, 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 dun.
Hi.
Okay, you guys remember Elaine? She's our president, and I loved what you were wearing today. So come stand right there so everyone can see you. And I went in your office, and I was like, what were you feeling when you were getting this? What were you going for?
I think I said I was feeling like I wanted to be interesting, because I think a lot of times when we think about wearing clothes, we want to be happy.
Yeah.
That adjective is kind of amorphous,
Yeah.
right? So breaking it down, into more specific things can be helpful.
Yeah.
And I just got this in my personal, so I kind of dressed bottoms up.
Uh-huh.
I really wanted to wear it. And what I love about this skirt, which is from Spring, is that, I mean, a denim skirt is a classic fundamental, right, in the closet, but because of the way we designed it with the double waist, it's just different.
Yeah.
And so that helped me helped me achieve the kind of interesting feeling I was trying for.
Yeah, so I think when we talk about like trying to find something interesting, it's like you don't have to just like dress up like an entire parade or something, right? So it's about mixing in all those elements that each one of these is chill, modern, and classic in its own. And so if you really look at each of the pieces that you collect for your closet, really subscribing to those three notions of chill, modern, and classic, then whether this comes all together or whether you put this with a black evening skirt or whether you put the Balenciaga shoes with, I don't know, a white summer linen dress, it's going to always make everything feel so modern and interesting.
Definitely.
And that's the goal, because, I mean, there are just days where, that's why, like, when you're really shopping with someone who doesn't know you as a person, if you just walked into like a random department store or something, it's really hard because you can come out in anything, and as long as you look thin or put together, someone's going to be like, that looks amazing on you. And the thing is there's a real difference between looking amazing and then feeling so like how you want it to feel.
Right.
Yeah. And that idea of feeling creative but not like losing your shit on the way to doing it is it's the key.
Especially
It's the
if,
holy grail.
especially if you're working in
Yeah.
your career.
Yeah, like you got
You got to have that
stuff
balance.
to do, and you know, you've got people to report to, and you need to be able to say like 2 + 2 is 4 and have them believe you.
Look credible.
Look credible. But then also look credible when you say, I think that we should try this new creative idea, and same thing, right?
Totally.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so let's bring Sasha out. Maybe can you talk about what Sasha's wearing? I'm going to throw on another outfit because this looks amazing.
Okay, so we're all big fans of like the matching set here, and what I love about this is that it is, you know, super feminine in design. So you've got the pleat sleeve top and the balloon skirt, but then the fabric is Italian sporty nylon. So we've paired the orange together. We do have it in a Kelly green as well, which is launched, and I'm really into kind of colors that are different shades almost of each other. And so Sasha's now wearing the Bayron in that brown color again that has just launched, which clearly I personally love and you love too. And this again is like something that you could wear literally to the office, to the beach. Like you could wear a bathing suit underneath the skirt, you could wear the top with a pair of sand jeans. I really think that these pieces, because they're separates, are so versatile, but the material and the fabrication really does calm them down, so you don't feel like you're wearing like a poofy skirt and a big top. It feels very relaxed and calm. And for me, my eye also really settles because it is just one color. So even though it's super bright, it's not creating chaos in my mind. I'm just, you know, very calm when I look at it. And we have also a bandeau top, like the cotton poplin ones we had in spring. We have this orange color and the green and the Italian sporty nylon, which are really great. And 2 dresses as well. And Amy's coming back.
So I took off the big earrings because I'm wearing something really new and modern, and it is definitely more of a trend. So for me personally, like when I put this on, I don't need the big earrings because I'm not trying to compensate for, you know, like what the green sweater is giving, right? So this is where, again, think about like the tools that you're using and when to take them out and use them and when you don't need to use them, because it's a size small.
Yeah.
Okay. I got enough. nothing up here. I'm trying to, it's like a large, but no, I just got nothing going on up here. So what I wanted to talk about here is one of the things that can really, really up your whole closet, and again, think of the pyramid, woofs, in and outs, and have to haves. One of the ways to really up your closet is to figure out what is the in and out that you're going to invest in that season, right? And so an in and out doesn't have to be crazy town, right? Like it's definitely something that you're going to wear, but it is something that should feel very now and of the moment. So this is where trend reports are good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, they give you an idea of what's happening out there, and they give you an idea of, you know, what's going to make you feel like very present
Yes.
in here and now. And so adding something like the long trouser skirt to your closet is a great way to do that. And I think that's why I love this long skirt.
Right.
We're actually doing it a long skirt for winter. But adding just a long skirt is really a new way to upgrade everything in your closet. So this, whether I'm going to be wearing it with the big poplin shirt, the suede shirt, any of our bodysuits, any of our tube tops, like the in and out that's perfect is the one that goes back with all of your woofs, remember? So when in and outs and woofs get together, they make really beautiful babies, okay? So that's what you are looking for. So bring in a or some key in and out pieces, depending on your budget too. Another thing that we love doing is kind of looking at what those key trends are and seeing where else can you replicate it.
Totally.
As
That
well.
makes sense for Tibby. That makes sense for the creative pragmatist because
Yeah.
you know we look at trends all the time, and I mean, not all of them are going to work for us,
No.
and vice versa. So we are going to adapt, and you know, if we see something that we really think is on brand for
Yeah.
us, and you know, this might be a little scary at first, just because the length and it's a trouser material, and you know. It is definitely a bit more conservative, but again, Amy's wearing it with a bodysuit that just really makes it like very easy, very now. I think it's a really great nod to like 90s, early 2000s, which has definitely been having a moment for the past 2 seasons, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think when you think about like what trend item you're going to want to bring in, and you think about what are the things that you are wanting to really play up on, you know, a lot of you guys, like this person said, I want to feel in control, like I'm the best version of myself, balanced, at ease, and confident. Another person wanted to be intentional, focused, organized, appropriate, etc. For me personally, this is what I've been going through. I've been DMing so much with Stacy over at Hampton because both of us, like, we feel like we're sipping from a fire hose half the time, and you know, at night, I'll just run through like the to-do list, and it's really overwhelming. And I think that's why a lot of my choices lately have been much more streamlined and clean. But then what I bet you guys are feeling is you can't revert just to those average basics in your closet, because all of a sudden, you know, just because you're wanting to feel much more organized and all of that good stuff, it doesn't mean that you want to also feel average and not creative. So you want all that to come together. So when you're thinking about new pieces in your closet, but also the things that are going to make you feel in control of your life, feel like you're not just on this like roller coaster out of control, think about bringing in things that are streamlined, tailored, refined, but chill and cool at the same time. So obviously.
And honestly, for me, I don't know why. I mean, I know why, because I will wear what I think the simplest outfit is, and then just put on a belt, and I just have like a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Because it just, for me, it
Change it up.
It just also like represents like that kind of just organized structure. Like it literally is tying my look together. And you know, I feel
Which
like
is a new thing. I mean, because like a year ago, if we'd had this combo, I'd have been like, no.
totally. So that also like has to do again, which is a way that like we are applying something that is definitely having a moment, that is current, that is trendy. And for me personally, it also just applies to my life and personal style that I feel secure.
Yeah.
Like when I'm just wearing, you know, a great pair of like my white Sam jeans, a white tank top,
Totally.
and the black version of this men's vintage belt.
Yep. And so I want to say one other thing about this skirt too is if you get it, put it on. If you are not feeling it right away, take a picture of yourself, look back at the picture, but you guys have to trust me at this point. Like a lot of us, we've been together for a couple of years now, right? Like I am not trying to steer you wrong. There's no way in hell that I want you wearing a long maxi trouser skirt if I don't think that you aren't going to feel great in it, and you are, and you really have to trust me. And the thing is I've been living with this for over a year now. When Tracy designed it, she put it on the rack in my room. I was like, you know, that's nice, but I don't think I'll actually wear it. And now it has become something that I wear so much. So you guys have to just trust me on this one. Even if you get it and you think you won't wear it, I promise you will. And then if you don't, I mean, like, I don't DM me. I mean, go ahead, DM me. I won't be mad. All right, so I'm gonna bring Sasha out. And guys, just so you know, we're really lucky to have Sasha here today because we are doing winter market and we have a lull in between our accounts, and this is why we are able to grab her out of the sample room and throw you in some of the summer stuff. So I really, really appreciate it. All right, so Sasha, in this kind of, you can see we're really feeling for this brownie, reddy, not rust, not brown color. So you've got this in the little short romper jumper, and then you're wearing it with the green suede Amiri sandals, which, that looks great. I love that. And then, so stay here for 1 second. I want to show something. Everyone's been making fun of me today for my bra, but because they said it looks like a bra for a Barbie doll, but think about this. When we talk about why don't you do certain things to feel more interesting, more creative, better, one little thing you can do is buy a little inexpensive bra. And then when you're wearing this bra, like if you're on vacation or whatever, and even if you have this unbuttoned, just that little pink coming out, it's just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like, you know, for all of you guys who wrote to me and said, like, you want to feel clever, you want to feel interesting in your clothing. Sometimes, guys, all we're talking about is just some little thing coming out so that when you bend over, it's something that you see, it's a little flash of something, but it doesn't slap anyone across the face when you walk in the room. You're still laughing at my bra. I know, it does, like, does this look like I've been at a strip club all afternoon?
You're not wrong.
All right, well, come on. Come out here, then. Yes.
Do you want to talk about these?
Yeah, so these, okay, and then I do want to read out some more of these things back here. You guys, these are the ones I was wearing in IG Live last week. This is that beautiful balloon pant that we did. Sasha had it earlier on in the silk that we've done for winter. But this is one of our favorite pants, and we haven't done him in a while, and he's back. And so we've got this, and it really, it's a lightweight cotton, and this is, it's not cotton poplin.
No.
So it's not like it's not the kind of
It's not
fabric that snaps,
Yeah.
you know. But then it's like it's really nice feeling. So it has a really great texture to it, and it's that chill, easy balloon pant, and it's got a long rise. And what's great about that, it means you can hike it up if you want to, or you can leave it down low the way that we like it as well. So let's talk about some of the other things that you guys said that, like if someone said that they want to be feeling right, feeling comfortable, like they can handle anything, they can handle fear.
But I think that's really, like if you guys have just noticed over the past 45 minutes, everything that you've seen is really in a tight, edited color scheme. Summer is literally a great edited version. You cannot go wrong of Tibby. Everything is really accessible, get up and go, but also creative. And like Amy said, it's about adding just a little detail that goes a long way.
Yeah, because I think that as you're building this closet for yourself, and as you are thinking about all of these things as your tools, whether it's a pink bra, whether it's a gold earring or whether it's a belt, you've got all these tools in place, then also remember that it's never going to be just about this. There are very much going to be other things that you can do that are going to make you feel amazing. So just other things to think about, and I don't want this to feel, this isn't like a Diana Breland, like, why don't you?
That's literally what I thought
But-
when you said that.
Yeah, but these are things that have worked for me, and I'm gonna share them because if they've worked for me, I feel like they might work for you. Stupid little things. Change your perfume,
Yeah.
right? Like when you feel in a rut, change your perfume. Like perfume change to me like resets the clock.
Oh yeah, because it's sensory. Like you
Yes.
immediately, it changes your mood, how you feel.
Everything. So it resets the clock a lot of times because my memories, like, I'm sure I'm going to get Alzheimer's one day. It's horribly rampant in my family. And they say that with Alzheimer's patients, like they have all these smells for them to trigger their memories. And I have collected my scents throughout the year. And I love it. And in my closet, I can go through and pull out this Armani Aqua cologne or something. But it takes me back to 1995 and living in New York on the Upper East Side when I met my husband. So, think about changing your perfume. Switch the news to music. That has been one big thing that I have done just in the last 4 days, and it's changed everything. And even I was walking through Grand Central this morning, and it was just chaos, but I was listening to John Lennon, and all of a sudden, like, everyone just running past you.
Like it was like
It's
a
a whole
movie
different,
set, yeah.
It's like a movie set.
Totally.
Like when they're walking and they're just walking to Imagine, like,
Oh yeah.
it changes everything. So for me this morning, like, okay, yeah, it was about changing the sweater from back to front, but it's also about putting on music or, putting down the TV show and picking up a book, or putting down the book and picking up the TV show. It's really just about changing it up.
Totally. And I think really, we started with, how getting your closet organized really does affect the rest of your life. And if one area is less chaotic, the others will follow. That's just, the power of habit. And I think the same goes for what you do when you get up in the morning. That really sets the tone
Yeah.
for your day.
Change your hair. Put your hair in a braid. Put your hair in a bun. Like, it's not going to be all about the outfit, okay? So get your clothing, your what's, your in and outs, and your had to haves. They do not have to be all Tibi. We're not saying that at all. But think about it in terms of the pyramid. Make sure that you have all of those little hack tools in your closet, even down to the, little dollar pair.
That
I
was
mean,
very
that's a
Harry
twofer.
Potter, like the sock and
No, yeah. But now you got a twofer. It turned into another sock. But have your hacks, have your little styling things like the bright pink bra, and then your music, your food, your hair. Change it up. Eat something different for lunch. I get very Jennifer Aniston with my lunch. I eat the same
Yeah.
thing over and over.
And again, fashion should be fun.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be so stressful. It should really enhance your day, not take away from it or make it more of a chore. And so I think Sasha is going to come out in our final look, which is the white crochet version of the skirt that I showed you guys at the beginning. She's wearing it with the white crispy nylon short and our burgundy brown bodysuit that Amy's also wearing for spring, and she's wearing it with the black Rudolphs, which are coming again in black, white, now in a red and tan color.
This is a really good example too when we've been talking about this is such a had to have to me. No one is like, okay, I'm buying this because I'm going to wear it 5 days out of the week, 6 months of the year. No, this is the thing that you are going to pull out when you've got something as simple as your woof here. So this is the nylon that we've done in all of the crispy nylon joggers or the Stellas if you guys have those. This is them in the short. But all of a sudden, if you've got this closet full of those great woofs, then when you bring in this, whether it's a had to have or an in and out for you, when you bring it in, the idea is that it just lifted the shorts completely. You didn't have to go get like the bottom that would completely compete with the top and like make a mega outfit.
And I think also people question a lot like how to create cohesive, bold outfits in the summer when it's hot. And this is a perfect example of a layering piece that's really breathable, but is really interesting and unique. And I can definitely tell you, you're not going to see anyone else wearing it. And you know what I really love about this top is the friends.
Hannah crocheted and made all of these. So you guys, when you wonder what Hannah's doing, remember HannahUWorks.com. So she has her own jewelry line, but she's also making things for us still. So she did all of these little elements that you can attach all over your body here or onto other things, right?
Yeah, it's not just, and these charms are not just for this crochet piece. We added little hoops to them, like from, store in Midtown, and then they became statement earrings. You can add it to a t-shirt for just like a little extra flair. Again, back to the whole color palette, this is a great way to get a pop for one. Just an added, really bold color that's in an interesting shade. And
and you would absolutely, like, I would wear this over a black slip dress. I would wear it with the skirt that you're wearing right now and a tube top underneath. So remember, guys, again, don't buy outfits.
No.
Buy like pieces that you know are going to become so much more and so different depending on the shoe or how you twist it or how you layer it. And that goes for dresses too. Someone told me the other day, they're like, my closet is so filled with these like one and dones,
and while those are great and like
in theory,
like one thing, like one great dress, one great dress put on, it's not, they're not giving anything. Like I don't know what your style is saying. I don't know your narrative from just a one and done dress.
Oh, wait, come here.
Look at this color.
I know. Okay, guys, just real quick before we go into our point, and then Sasha will go get dressed for. But we have Stacy from here. And so you're mixing fall. And you're mixing resort. And you just got on your sneakers.
And I wore this on the plane.
Yes.
It's so comfortable.
Well, we were just saying that
And look,
the key. I know, so you can she made it like a little hoodie action, or it can be a turtleneck, however you want.
I love this knit.
I love the colors
Thank
together.
you. Oh my
I
god.
wonder who did them.
Right?
So good.
They all go together.
But you're wearing the longer skirt as well, and we were saying that since you just jumped in, but what we were having a conversation about is when you are in this like horrible fucking run that we're in. I mean, I don't know, you're all tan and Charleston.
No.
But like, we're in such a rut, and the rut is not about not looking good. Because we know how to dress, we've all got good clothing. Everyone's looking good in their clothing right now. The thing is, they're not feeling good in it. And so we really talked about how do you want to feel and how do you get there. And one of the things that we said is we all want to feel modern and current and present. And that means being creative. And so sometimes it's about just adding one or two pieces a season that are really fully in the middle of a trend vibe. And this longer skirt is definitely one of the things that, you probably don't have a lot of it in your closet. And if you do, then you have a closet from the 1990s that you haven't cleaned out for a while. And that's cool too. Like, call me and let me know about that. I'd be interested. But it's definitely something new, and it's an immediate lift what you're wearing. So as a reminder, guys, this one here is the amazing owner of Hampton in Charleston, South Carolina. And I know so many of you guys shop there or have just started shopping there, and you write to me and you say how amazing it is and how incredible your team is.
They're amazing.
Yay. All right, well, we got an appointment to do, and please DM me any questions that you guys have. And I'm going to think more about this feeling stuff. And I hope that this was helpful, and don't forget to chalk up your socks, okay? All right, see you later. Bye.
Don't forget to chalk up your socks.
Yes. You're the best hack in the whole
Oh
world.
my god, that really is so smart.
So what we did